My name is Leila. I am 28 years old. I live alone in a small apartment in the city. The walls are bare, and the rooms feel colder than they should. I am tired, lonely, and often heartbroken. My mother died 3 weeks ago. She was my only family. My father left when I was a child, and I never knew him well. Since her death, the apartment feels empty. Every corner reminds me of her. Her laughter, her gentle voice, the smell of her cooking, all gone. Before she passed, she made me a promise. A promise that I didn't understand fully at the time. Her hands were cold, but her eyes were warm. She whispered, "Leila, take this journey for me. Find the place I loved most, and see the truth yourself." I did not know what she meant. I was afraid to leave the apartment. I was afraid to face the world without her. But every night, her words echoed in my mind. I could almost hear her voice calling me softly. One rainy evening, I found the small, worn envelope she left on the kitchen table. Inside was a letter and a key. The letter was short, but it shook me to my core. "Leila, follow the path by the old river. You will know what I could not tell you. Take the key. It will open the place of my heart. Don't be afraid." Mother. I cried alone in the kitchen. The rain tapped against the window like her soft hands trying to guide me. My heart pounded, and my hands shook. Finally, I decided I had to go. The next morning, I packed a small bag. I took the letter, the key, and a photograph of my mother when she was young. Her eyes in that photo were full of life, full of secrets I wished I could know. I left the apartment, my heart heavy with grief, and walked to the old river. The path was muddy, slippery. The wind was cold, cutting through my thin jacket. Every step reminded me of my weakness. I wanted to turn back, but I could not. Her wish carried me forward. Along the river, I noticed an old, abandoned cottage. It was small, almost hidden behind tall trees. The roof was broken, the walls were gray and worn. My mother had loved this place. I could feel it. The key in my hand felt warm, as if it was alive. I opened the door slowly. Inside, the cottage smelled of wood and earth. Dust covered everything. But in the corner, I saw it, a small desk with letters, drawings, and photographs of my mother. She had hidden her life here. I touched a photograph of her as a young girl, smiling with a small dog beside her. Tears fell down my cheeks. I whispered, "Mother, why didn't you tell me?" Then I found her journal. I opened it and began to read. Every word was filled with love, sorrow, and secrets. She had lived a difficult life, full of struggles she never shared. She wrote about her dreams, her fears, and the one person she had loved deeply before my father. My heart ached. I realized I had never truly known her. All the times I thought she was just my mother, the woman who cooked, cleaned, and smiled, I had never known her soul. I spent hours there, reading her words, touching her drawings. Slowly, I felt a connection growing. I laughed softly at her jokes, I cried at her pain. I could feel her beside me. The next day, I discovered another envelope hidden under the floorboard. Inside was a map. She had drawn it herself. It led to a small garden at the edge of the forest. I followed it carefully, my heart pounding with anticipation. The garden was beautiful, wild, and quiet. Flowers grew everywhere, and a small wooden bench sat under an old tree. On the bench, there was a small box. I opened it, and inside was a letter addressed to me. Leila, if you are reading this, it means you found my heart. This garden is where I came to heal, to dream, and to remember. I wanted you to see it too. Life is fragile, my child, but love remains. Remember me here, in this place, in your heart. Live fully, even when I am gone. I fell to my knees and cried. My hands shook as I held the box. The wind whispered through the trees like her voice. I felt both broken and healed at the same time. My mother's love surrounded me. That evening, as the sun set, I stayed in the garden. I touched the flowers, smelled the earth, and whispered stories of my day. I told her about my loneliness, my fears, and my heartache. I felt her listening, guiding me gently. Days passed, and I returned to the garden every day. I began to understand her wish. She wanted me to find her world, to see the life she had hidden, to understand love beyond pain. Slowly, I learned to smile again. Slowly, I felt alive again. One morning, I planted a new flower in the garden. It was small, fragile, but beautiful. I whispered, "For you, Mother. Always for you." I finally felt peace. Her last wish was not just for me to find her secrets, it was for me to heal, to live, and to carry her love forward. I still cry sometimes, in the quiet nights, when the wind whispers through my apartment. But I am no longer alone. Her love is with me. Her lessons are in my heart. I am stronger than I was, and I know that she watches over me, gently, softly, always. And I have learned the most important truth, even in loss, love remains. Even in sorrow, hope can grow. And even when the world feels cold and empty, we carry the warmth of those we love, forever. The garden became my secret place, my mother's gift to me. Every flower, every path, every whisper of the wind reminds me, life is fragile, but love is eternal. I finally smiled again. Not a loud smile, not a careless one. A soft, quiet smile, full of memory, grief, and love. I whispered to the wind, "Thank you, Mother, for everything." And for the first time in weeks, I felt whole.